Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yandan with Evening News. And the headlines. Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu says India aims to eradicate tuberculosis by 2025. Nagaland government decides to reopen residential schools and hostels for students of classes 6 and above from tomorrow. Advisor H. Haying inaugurates full-fledged ART centre at Noklak, calls upon the community to avail the benefits. And Razrakre Government Higher Secondary School, Kohima, gets Nis Charles portable and micro-scale laboratories. Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu today highlighted India's ambitious goal to eradicate tuberculosis by 2025. He said for this several steps like improved reach, newer drugs and financial support have already been undertaken by the government. Naidu highlighted the need for mass awareness to bring the much-needed behavioral change in the country. Nagaland government has decided to reopen the residential schools, hostels, guest houses, paying guest accommodation for students of classes 6 and above with effect from tomorrow. In view of this, the state government has issued standard operating procedures, SOPs, as preventive measures to contain the spread of COVID-19. The SOP stated that students who are not a local residents of the city, town, locality or do not have any support at home or do not have facility for online education may be prioritized for allotment of hostel facilities. Boarders or hostelers shall be allowed to return to the boarding facility in phases. Screening of every boarder or hosteler should be conducted before allowing boarding in the hostel, residential schools and guest houses or paying guest accommodation. Only asymptomatic boarders should be allowed to join. The number of boarders should be limited appropriately and avoid overcrowding in hostel areas. Besides, COVID-appropriate behaviors should be strictly maintained. Advisor for Prisons, Printing and Stationery, H. Haying today inaugurated ART Centre, Noklak, at a Community Health Centre, Noklak. Speaking at the program, H. Haying congratulated the National AIDS Control Organisation, NSCO, under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare for constructing a full-fledged ART Centre under Nagaland State AIDS Control Society at Noklak. Appreciating NSCO for availing the facilities to the district, Haying urged upon the community to give a positive response in availing the benefits. He also called upon the people to be aware of HIV and AIDS infection. The advisor further said that a community health centre has been upgraded to district hospital. He therefore requested people of the district to have a sense of ownership and give a positive response to the government. Deputy Commissioner Noklak, Rennie Wilfred, suggested for starting a mobile unit lab in order to reach out to the far-flung villages. Also speaking at the program, Deputy Director CSD and SACS, Dr. Nidovi Shiki, urged upon the community to avail the facilities. A 4-day orientation program of principals, headmasters and head teachers on school health and wellness program under Ayushman Bharat for Kohima district began today at SCRT Kohima. During a short inaugural session, Principal Director, School Education, Shanavas C. said such kind of convergence programs will give a positive impact among the converging allied departments. He said that this comprehensive program should not only concentrate at a state or district level to the block or village level. Nodal Officer, School Health Program, Department of Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Chris Celia Sachu stated that the program envisages to facilitate an integral approach to health programming and more effective learning at the school level. Ayushman Bharat School Health and Wellness Program has been launched in a phase-wise manner in the districts of Kohima, Kifere and Beren in the first phase, and the remaining districts will be covered in the coming days. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today informed the Rajya Sabha that the members of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme (MPLADS) fund for 2019-20 had been released by the Ministry of Finance and the funds have been sent to the districts. However, the Finance Minister made it clear that no new MPLAD fund will be given in the years 2020-21 and 2021-22 due to the corona pandemic. Congress MP Anand Sharma questioned a ban on MBLAD fund for 2 years. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on our YouTube channel, AIR News Kohima. In an effort to tackle the biggest challenge of math phobia among the Naga students, the Department of School Education, in collaboration with Advanced Institute of Mathematics, Statistics and Computer Science, Hyderabad, has introduced Nischal's Smart Learning Solutions by inaugurating the Nischal's portable and micro-scale laboratories today at Razukre Government Higher Secondary School, Kohima. Through this lab, it aims to develop an interest for math among the students through simplified methods, hands-on practical learning with innovative objects and products, and build critical thinking and reasoning abilities of the students. Advisor School Education K.T. Sukalu, who inaugurated the laboratory, said math and science has been a big challenge for many of the Naga students, saying that we have a mind block on the subjects. While appreciating the team for the concern shown to the state, he expressed optimism that this would help the students to develop an interest for the degraded subjects and enable them to pick up the subjects without any barriers or mind blocks. Acknowledging the phobia for maths, Nischal's Narayanam said most of the students have a fear or phobia for mathematics mainly because the foundation and fundamentals were not strongly learnt. Principal Director of School Education Shanavas C. informed that under its corporate social responsibility, full lab each has been provided to government higher secondary schools in Dimapur, Zunapudo, Mon and Razakre GHSS with an estimated cost of 7.50 lakh rupees for a lab. A math lab each was provided to GHSS Pek and Trensang, costing 1.75 lakh rupees each. Nagaland Home Guards Service Association today held its 12th General Session at Dimapur. Speaking at the opening session, Commandant General, Home Guards, Civil Defence and State Disaster Response Force, L. Bentang Lemtor, encouraged the officers to instill confidence upon their subordinates. Emphasizing that tribalism has no place in uniformed service, he urged the members to rise above the limits of tribalism. On the occasion, Lemtor also released the amended second edition of the Constitution of Nagaland Home Guards Service Association. During the second session, important agendas regarding the association were laid down and discussed. Lauding the union for successfully conducting the general session, Deputy Commandant General Home Guards, Civil Defence and SDRF, Metozale Benner, challenged the members to take the responsibility of their professions seriously and to take pride in their profession in order to take the department forward. India is scaling peak after peak in its COVID-19 inoculation drive. Health Ministry said more than 39,000 vaccine doses have been administered yesterday, which is the highest so far. It said vaccination of beneficiaries above 60 years touched 1 crore within 15 days. More than 3 crore 29 lakh for the 7,000 vaccine doses have been administered till now. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, wash hands frequently with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer and follow social distancing norms. And now 20 news, here are the main points again. Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu says India aims to eradicate tuberculosis by 2025. Nagaland government decides to reopen residential schools and hostels for students of classes 6 and above from tomorrow. Advisor H. Haying inaugurates full-fledged ART centre at Noglak, calls upon the community to avail the benefits. And Razakre Government Higher Secondary School Kohima gets Nischal's portable and micro-scale laboratories. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.